Friday in a nice hot day in Weynoord. It's the new stadium they are playing at here today, and it's the first game of the season and also the first game in their brand new stadium. It's Weynoord going up against here today against Padres Impact, and this match is going to be a very, very interesting game because there's a new stadium they've finally going to moved into, and Jimmy Hansberg, of course, a former Weynoord legend, of course, played all of his career at the old Weynoord Stadium. How does it feel, personally, to see Weynoord going to a new stadium and playing their new ground after 3 or 4 years of building process in this whole facility? It's absolutely fantastic in a way to have a club like us to get a new stadium just right on the same road as where our old stadium was played at. It's nice in a way to play in this stadium because, you know, we really want to move to a new stadium to try and compete all the time with Europe. And we've done that, obviously, through the years in the old stadium. But I'd like to update things. I think this club deserves an update to a new stadium and try and upgrade more capacity of fans who want to come and watch our team play. And it's something, in a way, that we want to try and do as a community, let alone a part of the city. We like to try and push the capacity up. To do that is to build a new stadium, and even playing here in Champions League night is going to be very epic, I think. And even though we've got to play in the Champions League away from home on Wednesday, when we do play at home in the European night, then it will be fantastic and also exciting moment for our club's history to have this stadium packed with a lot of people in it in Champions League nights as well. So it is looking forward to this moment for our club, and hopefully this team can win the league and do a lot better maybe this season. We all know they're a good team, of course. I know that last year they came third in the Premier League. Do you think that this new season, with the new stadium and new things happening, do you think they're going to compete to try and hopefully, win the league maybe so? Yeah, we are one of the contenders in this title race for this new season. And I know it's going to be very, very hard because we know it's going to be a lot of affecting our team to this new season. We've got a new signing, Sergio Aguero, for 90 million. We signed him from Manchester City, and he's going to bring a lot of quality into our team. And having Guardiola to buy a player like him from Man City in the summer transfer window, it's magnificent because we need a player like that who could also help Robert Lewandowski to put the balls in the back of the net. And we need the front two up front to do that. So we have to be very, very at it, and we have to be very, very strong, and we've got to be very, very committed. And we have that in our team, and we're going to do everything what it takes to be very strong. And we've done that very, very well by signing a player like Aguero and the team. And also the whole team have really got used to him and also welcomed him in the team. And it's something nice as well for our team to welcome a player like Sergio Aguero, because it's going to help us up front with Robert Lewandowski up front together. The front two are going to really dominate the league, I reckon. Absolutely there, Jimmy Hansberg. Let's now go and talk about the away team before we get to the managers. Padres Impact, they've had a transition as well, like what Weynoord, of course, had in their stadium, but the managerial change. Obviously, Unai Emery was sacked in the summer due to the fact that he didn't get them into a Champions League place, or he not even won the Europa League. And it was his second season as Padres Impact manager, and he hasn't even got them into a European Champions League place. And they failed to do that again. And now they've got a new manager in. The name is Christophe Galtier. What do you think he can do as manager for Padres? He'd done a very good job in Lille in Ligue 1 last year. He had a very good season. He even won the league better than what PSG did in that season. And they did very, very well with him in the team to really motivate the Lille players. And that's what Padres saw in him. And that's why they recruited him, because I think they'll do the exact same thing in this new season and might help Padres to try and compete for the Champions League. I know Ligue 1 and also the Premier League is a very different league system between two leagues, but he's a good coach, and he has proven that at the French league. So hopefully Padres' recruitment's paid off, and hopefully he does really, really well and kickstart this new season in a very good position and very, very high, hopefully so. Absolutely there, Jimmy. But let's go now to interview the managers. We're going now to Christophe Galtier and also Pep Guardiola. Christophe Galtier, today your team, your first ever game as a Padres new manager. after you joined in the summer. Any transitions, anything you want to say before the match? Your first ever game as manager for Padres, travelling here away from home. A tough game as well at the start of your season against Weynoord. Any thoughts? Je m'appelle, we want to bonjour win. We want to pass the ball. We want to fight every game, and we want to do it every part of the match, and we have to be consistent. And I know that this team's prepared to be consistent this season, and I know that it's going to be difficult. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to how the team play, and I think today is going to be important. Absolutely, there, Christopher Galtier. What's your major thought before you go about you going to this new season? Are you looking forward to the challenge? Well, Jim m'appelle, yes. I look forward to the challenge as the new coach of this team. I know that I won the league in France last season, so I'll bring some success or bring some closure in this team to try to qualify for the Champions League. And I know that the previous managers have failed to do that, but I'll hope that I'll do the exact opposite from the other managers. Thank you very much there, Christopher Galtier. Je m'appelle bonjour. Guardiola, the first game of the season today against Padres Impact, and you are playing at your the brand new stadium, home stadium of your team. How do you feel playing in this new stadium? And also, how do you feel about your team going to this new season? Well, I've been first and foremost about this new stadium. It's good that we got a new ground. Process has been going for 4 years to get this stadium built, of course. You know, this club deserves a lot better in terms of history and what we've done in the past. And all what we've done in the hard work we've done as a team and the club's hard work for the 100 years as a soccer club, it's really got to a moment that we got a new stadium. And to play in our first game in the new stadium is magnificent, because this team's going to grow and grow and grow under my regime since I've been here for the last 5 years as this club. I want to make sure that I will do everything what it takes in this new stadium, like we've done in our old stadium, to be consistent and try to look forward to this new season, because I want to look forward to this new season. I told the players that I expect us to really compete for the league title. I expect this team to try and compete for Europe. I want this team to try and win some silverware. And we need to do that because we did well, of course, in the KFC League Cup last season, and we did okay in that. But we failed in some occasions, and I think that we should do better compared to last season. And I think we need to improve from last season. So we'll do everything we can. We'll knock the ball about. We'll pass, and score. And if we can do that, then there's a chance that we could get ourselves the win in the first game of the season. Thank you very much there, Pep Guardiola. Thank you much. Thank you. And that was that from Guardiola and Christopher Galtier. Let's get straight to the match. We've got this match happening. The fans are ready. Both teams are ready for this new campaign. Let's get to the action with Joshua Cole and Jamie Robinson.
Hello and welcome here today, this lunchtime kickoff of the first game of the Premier League season at the new stadium, at Warefield's new stadium, for a new season with a new stadium that Wales have actually built for the last 2 years. This stadium has been officially built for this football soccer club, and now they're playing in it for the first time in their club's history. And their old stadium just up the road from here, and since they're in their new ground, they're playing their first game in it against Padres Impact right here, right now. And Pep Guardiola's team knows this is going to be a very interesting game, a very intense game here at the new stadium, a brand new stadium for Weynoord in their opening game of the season. They are playing here today. Sergio Aguero, the new signing from Manchester City. He's been at Man City for 10 years, left of course for $90 million to join Weynoord, and he's making his first league start as a player for Weynoord, Sergio Aguero. And also for Padres Impact, we all know that their team have got a new manager, of course. Unai Emery was sacked, and they're bringing Christophe Galtier, the manager for Lille, who won Ligue 1 last season for in French league, and now he's the new manager of Padres. And here we go, and let's get straight into it for this action. It is Weynoord versus Padres Impact. And we are live at the new stadium, the brand new stadium at Weynoord new stadium here today. And here we go. Now Golstinho. Now Devuge. Vieira. Iniesta. Now Vieira's through here. Oh, he missed it. Chance was close, but that went wide for a goal kick. And Virgil van Dijk. Now Atari. Now header away. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now Mkhitaryan going down the wing here. Now pass it short here to Golstinho. Can they get their first win of the new season? When or could they? And could they beat Padres Impact under their new manager Christophe Galtier? They got in after Emery left. Obviously Padres got into the final of the Europa League that last season. They played Georgington Red Devils and they lost against the Red Devils by 1-0. And that means the Red Devils were Europa League champions from last campaign they did. And obviously Padres will not be playing any European soccer this season as they came 8th in the league last year. So that means that they won't be playing in any European competition. So instead they'll be playing in the no competitions at all. They won't be in the conference neither. But there you go. But now it's Golstinho now the ball here. Now it's Robert Lewandowski down the wing here, trying to get something here, but he couldn't. Boots it, tried to. Aguero has gave it to Lewandowski, and a goal has been given in their first goal in their brand new stadium from Robert Lewandowski. And I know it's their first game in the new stadium since it's built, obviously for this year, and a great goal has been scored. Poor defending right here from Padres, and they've got the goal and they've got the lead. It's 1-0, and they'll be very happy about this one, of course, and a very good goal indeed. And there you have it. It is, yes, 1-0. And it's a very big goal that is there. Huge. And there you have it. And now let's get straight into the ball in the middle here. Now Padres will have the ball as they start kick off after the goal was conceded in their end. And now is Remy, Lex. Now Virgil van Dijk. Neuer. Okay, gave it away nearly there. Accidentally could have done, but okay. Now Golstinho. Now Vieira. Now Devuge. Neuer. Now Devuge. Golstinho. Now here's Vieira. Now Van Dijk. Now Devuge. Possession here, one of them really gained in this match so far. Mkhitaryan. Now pass here from Aguero to Lewandowski. Oh, save from Hugo Lloris. I know that their main goalkeeper Rafinha did leave Padres Impact as he's gone back to France after a transfer to join back his boyhood club Saint Etienne in the summer. So Hugo Lloris is the first team goalie now for Padres Impact due to his departure. And a good save he did make there from shot from Lewandowski. Now is Luka Modric. Now is Virgil van Dijk. Now there's a chance here for Golstinho here. Across the box here, the header. He tried to. And it is still 1-0 in this game. I know that Adus Gunners did actually got a result yesterday against Chesco Blue Tigers by 1-0 at the Gunner Park Stadium. Could be the exact same thing here today. Now Eric Cantona here, the shot maybe. Free kick's been given. And the referee is pointing for a free kick. And De Vooge has been warned by the referee not to foul like that ever again, otherwise he'll be booked. So there you go. So that's not good at the moment. So free kick's being given from outside of the box here. And that's Zinedine Zidane. And goal from Zinedine Zidane! And the Frenchman equalises. Has made a goal. And Zidane scores to make it 1-1. The designated midfielder has equalised and scored a great, tremendous free kick from outside of the box. And yes, it's 1-1 in the game. What a cross. What a goal. It's now 1-1. And yeah, I think that Christophe Galtier might be very happy about this. His first goal as manager for his new club, Padres Impact. But a great free kick there from Zinedine Zidane before half-time. And it's 1-1. And it's half-time. The score has blown at half-time. It's Weynoord 1, Padres Impact 1 at half-time. Here we go. Let's get straight into it. We're back. And we are back for this opportunity right here. It is live. It's Padres Impact versus Weynoord. And here we go. Let's get straight into it now. Remy Lex with the ball. Passes it here to Dragovic. And now Zinedine Zidane. And now Entavi. And Entavi now pass the ball here to Toby Alderweireld. Now Alderweireld from Dragovic. Now Dragovic to Remy Lex. And now Lex now pass the ball. Now possession now to Nicolo Pepe. Now Pepe down that wing here. Now to Remy Lex. Go down and gives it a little cross in the box here. And a good defending there from Vidic right there. The Serbian defender. Made a great defending, good position there he did. Now Sergio Aguero. Aguero, the new signing, of course, from Manchester City in the summer window. And he's a major player to watch this new season, of course, for Weynoord. Now is Luka Modric. It was a save right there from Hugo Lloris. And very, very good. And now it's Nicolo Pepe. And now Remy Lex. Now Pepe. And now there's a good cross to the box here. Save right there from Manuel Neuer. There's an easy save from the German to save that opportunity. And just to let you guys all know, of course, on Wednesday we've got Champions League, Europa League and Europa Conference League action in one night. Starting from next Wednesday. Obviously, Wales, of course, have got a Champions League matchup they've got as well on Wednesday as well in their first group game. And that'll be a very interesting one. They've got to play, I believe, against Juventus. They've got to play on Wednesday. I think it's at the Allianz Stadium in Turin in Italy. Guardiola's side has got to go and travel to. But that'll be the game. Now it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic now for... now it is for Padres Impact. Now it's a chance here for Pepe. Zidane. So it's a shot here for a second goal maybe. Save there from the German. Great save from him. And now Lex. Now Pepe. Cut through. And that's going to be a, yeah. That's going to be a high boot, I think that was. I think it was Cantona who fouled Virgil van Dijk to make that opportunity happen for a free kick given away to Weynoord here. And now Neuer will take the goal kick. I know Guardiola's plans is to try and win the Premier League title this season. They failed to do that last season, they did. They failed to do that last year. They came, of course, third in the league. But this time around, they want to try and do a lot bit better. And they might have won the league, of course, in 2020 they did. They missed out on the league title last season by 7 points behind. But this season, there's no excuses. They have to try and do something. But at the moment, it's 1-1, and Padres are really giving it a go against the team who are in their new stadium for their first game of the season, Weynoord, the title contenders for this season. They're giving it a really hell of a go. They're giving it Padres Impact. Now is Nicolo Pepe, and now is Eric Cantona. And now is the chance here from Sergio Aguero here. Great tackle there from Padres Impact. And now Nicolo Pepe now going down the wing here. And now Pepe. Was he going to find opportunity right here for a header maybe? And that was a foul right there from Padres Impact to try and cross it in there. Couldn't do it. But there's a chance might be as well here for Luka Modric. And now is Bernardo Silva. And now Dragovic. And oh my God, that's good. That's very good here. Now Cantona won the ball back here, chasing the defence around here. His goal maybe cut through for Padres perhaps. And it was so close, it was so close itself to be a goal right there for Padres, but they're going to go a little short pass now to Devuge and Golstino. And now he gave, okay, that was an awful opportunity right there. And that's going to be let's say a free kick here for Weynoord. We've only got like 5 minutes to be played here until the end of the match. And now Zidane. Now Iniesta. And now is Luka Modric. And that's going to be now a substitution being made here. Malcolm's going to come on to replace by Nicholas Laidana, and the first substitution, well, another substitution for the game for Padres. Malcolm comes on, so Nicholas Laidana will come off for Padres Impact. We've got like 3 minutes to play left of the game. They've got to hang on to this, Padres, and there could have been a goal opportunity right there for, of course, Weynoord, but that was a goal kick for Padres. Got the ball off play. Now Virgil van Dijk. Oh, Zlatan Ibrahimovic won the ball here. The Swedish striker crossed it in the box. Zlatan kept it alive here. A shot maybe for Padres. A goal for Padres! In the last 9 seconds of the game, they have got the equaliser by Nicola Pepe. They've actually might have beaten one of the contenders for the Premier League title for this new season, Weynoord. Guardiola will be very, very frustrated to see how Padres turned it around, and they might get the 3 points in the first game of the season. And Christophe Galtier, the French manager who won the league for Lille last year, will be so happy to get his first win as manager in the first game of the season for Padres Impact. And we thought Weynoord will be the favourites to get a result here today. But it looks like Padres might nick it in the last 9 seconds. They've only got 2 minutes to be played left of the game. They can get a goal here, Padres, they could do. But they don't look like it to me. And it's all over. And what an upset for Padres Impact. All thanks to the cross from Zlatan Ibrahimovic to assist Pepe. And an unexpected win for Padres in the open game of the season. It's Weynoord 1, Padres.
The full-time whistle is officially blown, and what a last-minute goal from Nicola Pepe. And Padres have came to the new stadium today in the first game of the season and defeated Weynoord, the title contenders, in the first game of the season by 2-1. In the first half, Weynoord did so well. They really dominated most of the game in the first half, and then Zidane scored just before half-time to make it 1-1. And then going into the second half, Padres had some chances. They missed some opportunities as well. And then, however, when Zlatan had the ball in the 90th minute of the game, he crossed the ball into Pepe. There was no one there marking Pepe. He headed the ball into the back of the net and won the whole game. And it was all over after that. And Padres do get the 3 points in the first game of the season. And we never expected this to happen. We all thought that Weynoord were the favourites to win here today. But your team lost today. And also, not just that, but in your first time ever you're playing in this new stadium, and you lost in your new stadium. What does that make you feel about it all? Yeah, it's just very disappointing to come here today with a positive vibe, with a new stadium we've got, and new facility, and a big state-of-the-art stadium, and we just hosted it in a way. We hosted it by, leading the game was fantastic, and then Padres really had a game plan, and they scored in the last minute of the game when they won up at half-time. Then they scored again in the 90th minute of the game. I found it very embarrassing in a way. I thought they really pressed a lot in the second half, Padres. Fair play to them. I think Zlatan had some great part of that match for Padres Impact, their new signing this summer from Chesco Blue Tigers. He played a very good part, and giving the ball to Nicola Pepe to make it 2-1 was a very, very, very good goal, and I think that a lot of credit to them, and also for the new manager as well, Christophe Galtier. It'll be a tough challenge for him as manager at Padres, because a lot of managers get sacked at Padres if you're not even in the Champions League in the 2 years in your job. And he done well so far. In one game, he first managed this team, and they got the result, and they won 2-1 because of it. So I'm very proud of what Christopher Galtier's formation worked in the second half. It really worked well, it did. And they played well. They were brave. I think they were brave even in the game. Before the game even started, they were brave coming onto the pitch and playing us today. And they really played a lot against us. And fair play to them. They won the game by 2-1, and well done to them. Absolutely, they're Jimmy Hansberg. Let's go and talk about what do you reckon now could happen for Weynoord. They've got a Champions League game on Wednesday against Juventus. Any thoughts on that before that game happens? Well, next game against Juventus is going to be a challenge, because Juventus are a European top contender team to win the Champions League. If we fail to beat them on Wednesday, that's unacceptable, because we should be, in our expectations, win every game as we possibly can. We have to do that. So we'll try everything what it takes to get the result, and we need to do that very, very superbly. And we have to really, really execute it and in our next match, and also for next week's game as well. Let's go now to interview the managers. We'll go now to the Padres manager and also the Weynoord manager. Let's get to them right now in interview. Christopher Galtier, today your team got the result, your first win as manager, and also not just your first win, but in the last minute of the game against one of the biggest teams in the league, Weynoord. What a good start. How do you feel? What made it work out for your team to win today? It's all about the patience to win the match. I know that it was difficult because we know the team we're up against. We know the expectations of Weynoord Soccer Club. We know they did very, very well, and they're a very consistent team under Pep Guardiola, and also they are Champions League contenders as well. So luckily we came today, we turned up today, and we won our first game, and that's a good start to my life as manager at this club. But we'll do everything what it takes to try to play the same way we play in our next game, and continue the momentum, because if we can do that and get back in some form in terms of how poor we had last season and the year before that from the previous managers, I could be the right man to help this team be Champions League team, because this team deserves to be in that position and to fight in that position. But I think at the moment, to win 2-1 today, I'm happy and delighted and thrilled. And Pepe and Zlatan, fair play to them, because they played a master magnifico game today for them too. Okay, thank you very much anyways about that there, Christopher Galtier. Thank you very much. Bonjour. Pep Guardiola, today your team of course lost at home in your brand new stadium. How embarrassing is that today? Well, it was not acceptable to lose 2-1 today in this game. We know that we should have worked hard, and we need to work harder even more, and try to press and try to be aggressive and try to be ruthless in the game. But it hasn't been the case. We've been awful, we've been dreadful, and it was awful in a way. We could have won the game, 1-0 up in the first half. Happy days. I thought we had a very good plan going up front and scoring the goals as we wanted to, with Aguero and Lewandowski at front. At the same time, they had a very good saves they made. Their goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, made some good saves for Padres Impact to deny our chances to score. But at the same time, we should do a bit better in terms of defending a bit better and be very consistent and keep an eye on the balls more. I know that Zlatan was easily got into the penalty box in the last minute of the game and allowed Pepe to run to the ball and score, because no one was marking Pepe. And that's my problem. And defending wasn't as organised as I expected. Okay, we need to get used to the stadium, get used to the culture, get used to the whole size of the pitch, as we are in a new stadium. But at the same time, it's no excuses. It's not negotiable. If you play for Weynoord Soccer Club, you'll be consistent at Weynoord Soccer Club. And unfortunately, it's unacceptable that we lost today, 2-1. Okay, best of luck in Italy on Wednesday. Thank you much. Thank you. We got the second matchup here today. It is Goalfield Bhoys United with a new manager in charge, Oliver Alder, as his first game in charge and the first game of the season, taking on Thomas Tuchel's full season begins here today away from home against Goalfield Bhoys United. The second game here on Super Saturday. And we are live here today at Goalfield Park Stadium here today. My name is Gary Walker alongside with Jimmy Hansberg here today. And we're going to be broadcasting this big game. We've already done the match, of course, previous as Padres impacted actually winning that game 2-1 against Weynoord. But let's get to this next matchup here to that Goalfield Park Stadium. It's two teams, a new transition period with a new manager in charge after Diego Simeone's departure in the summer. Oliver Alder, the Los Andreas Pompey former manager, he did so well for them in the last 3 or 4 seasons to be a mid-table team consistently. Now he's got the job full-time at Goalfield now, after leaving Pompey to join Goalfield, but also as well for the Untitled team. Thomas Tuchel is full season in charge. He had half of a season last year under the departure of Antonio Conte during the season, but now he's the manager for the full season. And what do you think about these two transitions in terms of how the two teams will play today, the first game of the season? It's going to be very interesting, Gary, how the way these two teams will play. But speaking of which, about the first thing you were saying about Goalfield Bhoys United, they've got a new manager, they're going to a new process, they're looking into what they can do now without no European soccer in their horizon, and they're looking at what can they do now to improve and try and be at the back to the top 4 race again. And they know that today is the first game of that transition period. The process begins today. Can they get used to maybe how Oliver Alder sets his team up compared to Diego Simeone? It'll be a challenge because we know that there's 2 different type of managers. With Diego Simeone, he's Argentinian. He managed, of course, for Goalfield for the last 4 or 5 seasons. And then, obviously, he left the club. And then Oliver Alder comes in. He's a Republican coach. He's young as well, as we all know, and he plays the same different system compared to Goalfield when they had Simeone last season. So they have to try and probably adapt to what Alder's formation and methods are like in his coaching ability. But at the same time, it could be anyone's game, it could be. We'll just have to wait and see how this game will do with him in charge and the process at the club as well. Because I think today is an interesting game. The process begins. They're going to try and win loads of games and try and get back to where they were before, and we'll see how that comes about. Absolutely, they're of course Jimmy. But let's talk about Inter Tolga. Well, they've got a process. They've got now Tuchel's full season now in the job now. Obviously, last year he had half of a season he had, and didn't have them to be in the top 4 because of that half through season when they came 9th when Conte was sacked, and then when Tuchel took over they were 9th at the table. But now his full season with 0 points, everyone's got 0 points. Can they do better in his full season? Because we know Tuchel's a good coach. Do you reckon it will happen? Yeah, I think so. They've got some very good players that Tuchel's got, you know, with Mbappe, Griezmann. They've got some very good players like Donnarumma as well, a goalkeeper, De Ligt, Rio Ferdinand in defence, David Beckham in the wing as well. You know, I know he did well to try and get them from being in 9th in the table halfway in the season when Conte was sacked and push them into the Europa League place to finish 6th at the end of the season. But they want to do a lot better than finishing 6th. They might have won the RSFA Open Cup last season under Thomas Tuchel in his half of a season he had. But at the same time, that trophy there he won, that was basically a process into his full season. More glory will happen, I think, for this club. We just have to wait and see how the team sets up. Absolutely. Now let's go now to the managers. We'll go now to Thomas Tuchel and also as well the other manager for Inter Tolga, to Goalfield manager Oliver Alder. Thomas Tuchel, today is your first full season as manager at Inter Tolga. I know you've been there half the season last year. Did win the RSF Open Cup. Got them into Europa League place in 6th position. After this team was 9th place when you took over in February last season. How do you feel now going to your full season to have a full whole calendar year season to try and get this team to win the league, potentially? That's what the board set you to do for your second season, full season in charge. Or will you try and compete for the top four? What's your plans about that and also today's game? Yeah, absolutely. We know that my expectations are very, very high. I know it wasn't my fault last year we came sixth in the league because of the result we had now. My previous manager, who was manager of this club, who weren't great and was in ninth position, and that's why he was sacked because of it. But at the same time, I took over the role, and it's something that, having my second season, full season in charge of this club, is now my ideas. My ideas, and the players have to respect my ideas going into this new season. And if you want to be Premier League champions or Europa League winners, or maybe RSFA Open Cup winners, maybe, or win the Champions League in a few years' time, you have to listen to me because I know that I can do it. I'm a enthusiastic coach and the best coach in the league, I believe, and the best coach in the whole of the world. And I know that I have that reputation on the line in my first full season in charge. But today against Goalfield, it's not going to be easy because we know that Goalfield also have a transition period of having Oliver Alder now in charge of the club. Had a very good time at Los Andres Pompey for being a mid-table team every single season. So this will be a difficult game still. I have to respect our opponents. All the respect, Goalfield are a good side. They're in a transition period like we are. So we have to take this team not lightly today. Okay, best of luck anyway for this matchup. Yeah, thank you. Oliver Alder, you are the new manager of Goalfield Bhoys United. Today is your first ever match for this new season, and also the new season as the new manager of Goalfield. How do you feel about this match, and how do you prepare the players for this match? It's a challenge. It'll be a challenge for me, definitely. A big, of course, reputation on the line for me, because I know that I'm managing a bigger club compared to Los Andreas Pompey. So I've got to take responsibility for that. I've got to take a lot of countables in my reign as manager at this team. And we just have to build a process starting from the pre-season and now to this first game of the season. There's no pressure for our team today. All we have to do is to go there, here today, our home ground, express ourselves, entertain the fans, and give them something to be happy with going home at the end of the match. So that's what I want to do as a coach. I know personally that Tolga have got a very strong team with Mbappe. They've got a very good front two up front, and also it's the manager's first full season in charge for Tolga. So we can't take them lightly. All due respect to Tolga, they are a good team, and they have won the RSF Open Cup, and it speaks for itself. What Tuchel done last season, halfway in his reign as manager last season. But this season, we have to be consistent as well. But at the same time, let's worry about one game at a time. Let's worry about today's game. Okay, thank you very much there, Oliver Alder. Thank you much. Thank you. Two managers want to make a name in the first game of the season. Tuchel and Alder. Let's get to the match. Joshua Cole and Jamie Robinson.
This rainy, pissing day here in Goalfield Park Stadium. It's Goalfield Bhoys United are going to go head-to-head with Tolga here today in the first game of the Premier League season. The opening game of the Premier League season for these two teams. And the Premier League season begins here today, as it's going to be Goalfield versus Tolga. And here we go. And this is that, and there you go, that is that. And the lineup is the lineup. We have today Tino Werner, signed of course from Leipzig to come and join, from Leipzig to Goalfield Bhoys United. He's obviously now a part of their team in the summer transfer window. David Beckham in the wing, we have Mbappe, Harry Robson in the team, of course. Bit of a change on that midfield. And a bit of a transition that Tuchel believes in his team. This is Thomas Tuchel's first full season as manager at Tolga. Obviously last year he came in February, halfway through the season. And here we go, and let's get straight into it. It's Goalfield versus Tolga here today. The first game of the Premier League season here on Super Saturday, here on Sky Sports Republican. And now Rafael Varane, now the Kevin De Bruyne. Now De Bruyne here to Shea. Now is Kieran Tierney. Now Paul Pogba. Now is Kevin De Bruyne. Now he meets Bale here. Try to do something there, but he couldn't. Now Bale. Mahrez. Now Zinchenko. And now Jan Black. Now Tierney. De Bruyne. Now is Bale. Now is Bale again here. Now is Sebastian Shea. Now Bale trying to cross it in there, but that's going to be now a throw. Now De Bruyne. Okay. Now is Kylian Mbappe. Now Bale. Oh, back heels it to Bale here. And that could have been the goal right there to make it 1-0. It was a good opportunity there for Goalfield. Good solo opportunity right there. 1v1 there from a chance there from Bale, the back heel it to. All he had to do is try and get a bit more close to the goal and get the ball into the back of the net. But unfortunately that was denied. And that's going to be now a goal kick is going to be for Donnarumma. The Italian goalkeeper will take the goal kick. Now Rio Ferdinand with the ball. Now Kolevic. And now Matthias de Ligt. Now David Beckham. Now Anton Griezmann here. Great header. And now is Kevin De Bruyne. And now is Gareth Bale. Now Bale. Oh, the Welshman tried, but he failed there for an opportunity for a goal perhaps here for Goalfield. Good ball there from De Bruyne though. Trying to ultra-attack into Tolga's defence. And then Bale won the ball there. Had a strike and that went wide, that did. Tried though. But that wasn't as great opportunity right there at all. Now De Ligt. Now Harry Robson. And now here's a chance. Now Sebastian Shea. Now Zinchenko now has the ball here for Tolga. Now Kolevic. Now Thiago Silva. Now Kevin De Bruyne. And now boots it away there for now a throw-in. Obviously Goalfield did actually miss out on European soccer last year. Obviously Diego Simeone was sacked of course during the summer of course, and Oliver Alder, the Los Andreas Pompey manager, has took his place to be the Goalfield manager. And then at the moment, his first 35 minutes as the new manager for Goalfield, his first game in charge, it is a goalless game. It's a bit of a battle between Tuchel's team and a battle between Tuchel and also for Oliver Alder's team, Goalfield, his new team, Goalfield. So, yeah, at the moment, it's been 0-0, no goals at all. But opportunity's been given, though, for Goalfield, though. Possession-wise, been fantastic. And that's now going to be out for a goal kick. Kolevic. Now De Ligt. Now Harry Robson. Now to David Beckham. Now Becks with the ball. Now Griezmann. Good defending there from Paul Pogba. And now Tino Werner has not had many opportunities at the moment since they signed him in the summer. Oliver Alder's first signings as manager of this new club, Goalfield. He done very well at Los Andreas Pompey to get the job at Goalfield. He jumped ship to a bigger club. but it is goalless at the moment in his first 45 minutes as the manager. And there you go, it's half-time. And it is goalless at Goalfield Park Stadium. 0-0 at the break in the first game of the Premier League this season between goals. Right, here we go. Let's get straight into it. It is live. It is goalless. It is a very 0-0 sided game this is at the moment. And there you go. It is goalless. And now Dumfries now the ball. Now David Beckham now trying to find an opportunity to cross the ball in. Now Beckham. Good cross down there, he tried to do. Now Harry Robson with the ball here, kept it shielded to himself here. Now Beckham, crosses it in, Mbappe, and that went wide. And that's going to be a goal kick at this moment in time. Now pass the ball very short there to Goalfield's defence. Now Kieran Tierney. Now Cavani. Now Kevin De Bruyne. Very tough these opening games of the season for all the teams in the league. Not just the bigger teams, but everyone's trying to get a good start to the new campaign. Yeah, absolutely. There, Robinson. I think that applies for every team because, you know, winning the most games at the start of the season, there's more chance on survival or even more opportunities at the end of the season perhaps for European place or so on. But at the moment it is goalless, this game between these two teams, and can't see any goals at all between these two. Very, very strong, these two sides. But now is Harry Robson now the ball. Now Dumfries. Now David Beckham. Now that's going to be now a throw-in right here for now it's Kolovic. Now is the chance for David Beckham. Across the box of Ella. Goal! Inter Tolga equalises. The first goal of the new campaign for Inter Tolga. And Thomas Tuchel's side have got the goal, all thanks to Mahrez. The Algerian midfielder, the captain, has scored for Inter Tolga, and everyone's gone all over him and celebrating that occasion. That's a very good goal, that is. And they know that they want to start their season off very, very superbly under Tuchel's first full season in charge as the new manager of this club. And I know that he only had a half of a season last year, but a full season would probably help them to try and compete for Champions League or win the league perhaps potentially. And that is a good start by having a good header there from, of course, Mahrez. And it is 1-0 to Inter Tolga. And that's all thanks to him to score. And there you have it. It is 1-0. Kolovic. It's a foul, right? That's a free kick. It's got to be a free kick. Now Griezmann here. Pass it short. Oh. Now Kevin De Bruyne. Now Bale here. Bale and... Okay, that's good. Now Donnarumma will pass the ball short here to Rio Ferdinand. Now De Ligt. Now Dumfries. Now David Beckham here, finding ways and options what to do next here. Now to Dumfries. Header maybe. Shot from Mahrez. A goal! A second goal from Mahrez here today. The top goal scorer of the league currently at the moment in this new campaign. 2 goals of 1 game. And all thanks for a deflection. One of the defenders deflected off one of their legs, hit the post and went into the back of the net. And Inter Tolga are storming in the second half. And it's 2-0. And Oliver Alder's new regime as new manager of Goalfield Bhoys United not even turned great at this first game in charge of this club. A new transition in the summer as Diego Simeone was sacked. And then having Oliver Alder in his first game as manager today, they're not done great. Nothing's changed from the transition in the summer. And Mahrez has scored twice in one game. And that means that Mahrez will be the top goal scorer of the league at the moment by 2 goals. No, he's a real midfielder. But obviously Michael Owen's now going to come on for Goalfield. And Gareth Bale's going to come off. So substitution has been made already there for Goalfield Bhoys United. And 2-0, it's been superb, and Thomas Tuchel will be very happy to see his team get the result that they needed, of course, to try and dominate the league if they can in their first full season of Tuchel's reign. And now Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe here. Oh, good pass there to Harry Robson. And now Robson here finds space here for a third goal here, and it is 3-0. Kylian Mbappe equalises, and that's now 3-0, and Goalfield have had a very poor start to the new season. In the first game of the season, they've actually conceded 3 goals in the second half, and Inter Tolga will be the ones who will be top of the Premier League at the live table as it stands, until we find out tomorrow in all the Sunday games if anything changes in that one. But at the moment, fantastic. Great goal from Mbappe. And Goalfield have been destroyed as far as I'm concerned, or we're concerned, in the commentary booth. 3-0. Who do you think's the man of the match today, you reckon, Joshua Cole? I reckon it's gonna be Mahrez. I think Mahrez scored 2 great goals, very composed he's been in the game, and I'm going to have to give it to him. He's got my hats on is Mahrez today, absolutely. And obviously, Roy Keane's now came on, and Paul Pogba's came off for Goalfield. So substitute's been made already there for them. Now Antoine Griezmann, now David Beckham. Kept that away there for Goalfield's defence. They've done it all right there to keep the ball away. Now pass it short here. Now the Kolovic. Now Harry Robson. Now David Beckham. And he tried to do something there, but he couldn't. Now Tino Werner. Now Eden Hazard. Now Harry Robson. Now Zinchenko. That's going to be it any minute now. Now Harry Robson. It's all over, and the whistle has officially blown. It's Goalfield Bhoys United 0, Inter Tolga 3. All thanks to Mahrez, scored 2 goals, and man of the match he is as well after that game today.
And it is all over here today, and a great result for Inter Tolga as they won here today by 3-0. Mahrez scored 2 goals, and now he is the top goal scorer of the Premier League with 2 goals he scored today. And also as well a great goal from Kylian Mbappe to make it 3-0 for Inter Tolga. And what a match it was, Jimmy, to have Tolga on Tuchel's first full season in charge as manager for Inter Tolga to get 3 goals and top of the league, and Mahrez now the top goal scorer with 2 goals in this campaign so far. And also as well for Goalfield. What does it mean now for Goalfield going forward after losing 3-0 today? Let's start with first Inter Tolga's win today. They deserved it. They deserved the occasion. They deserved the fight. They deserved the hunger. I thought obviously at half time it was 0-0. It wasn't really much of a game really in the first half. I thought both teams were at it. It was really an even game, 50-50. What has changed in the second half to concede 3 goals for Goalfield defensively as well? I think it's because I think the mentality wasn't there in the second half. I just don't know what happened. I think that, with Mahrez at it in the box and how also having Mbappe counter-attacking and Griezmann attacking as well for Inter Tolga makes it very easy for them to press them for some reason. I think Goalfield stopped for what they were doing, and they did okay to be 0-0 at half time, but something's gone wrong in the second half to concede 3 goals. Absolutely there, Jimmy. And what does it mean now for the for Goalfield, of course, for losing 3-0 and bottom in the league at the moment in the first game of the season? You know, it's the first game in. It's not going to happen all season. Goalfield's going to be in the relegation zone. It's only one game of the season, but they played awful in the second half. Like you said, I agree what you said about the 3-0 defeat. They played dreadful. They weren't playing okay. They were very sloppy defensively as well, having Sebastian Shaw at the back, Varane as well. I didn't see any of them put a bit of fight in the second half. Right, in the first half they kept it stable to half time, but in the second half they were very, very weak, and they allowed Tolga to press on them, allow Mahrez and allow Mbappe to bully them, and it really happened in that second half, and that really killed off the game. But for Oliver Alder, it is a process yet again. Even though they lost 3-0 today, it's still a process. They've still got a lot of time left. They've only got another 37 games until the end of the season. So many games they've got until July. So I think they're going to still have a chance to try and compete as well, of course. But losing 3-0, not great, but at the same time, it's the first game of the season. So we've got to respect that as a team. So there you go. Absolutely there, Jimmy Hasberg. Big credit to you to say what you've got to say between these two teams. Let's go now to the managers. Thomas Tuchel and also, of course, Oliver Alder. Thomas Tuchel, today your team won 3-0. What was your thoughts on your first full season as manager and won today 3-0? Tell me your thoughts of the whole match. I thought we had a great chances of game. We had a very good mindset in the first half. We were allowed Goalfield to hit on us, and we were very, very good defensively. We were very organised at the back. Did not concede any goals at all. Makes it very, very 100% fantastic for my team. But at the same time, we got to be very consistent on the way we play. And we need to be pressing, we need to be fighting, we need to be aggressive, we need the hunger. And we need the desire as well. And that's what we need to do. And the hunger and the desire we had in the second half paid off. The first half, it was a very even game. I thought Goalfield were on the brakes some parts of the game. But luckily, we kept the brakes on in the second half. And we pounced on the 0-0 draw and tried to score 3 goals. And we did that. So I'm so happy that we won 3-0 away from home. It's not easy to win away from home against a tough side like Goalfield. All the respect to them, they're a very good side. But as far as I'm concerned, 3-0 was something that we can take to our next match, because today was magnificent. Last question, Thomas Tuchel. How did Mahrez do in the game? Scoring 2 great goals for Tolga. What's your thoughts on that? Riyad Mahrez is a very good player, a very good attacking midfielder player. With the style he had in the team, how the way he played, how the way he pressed, how the way he really dealt with the Goalfield defence. I'm very impressed of having him to score 2 goals for our team. He's done a very good job today, and he did well. And I thought that I give a lot of praise to him to score 2 goals, and he deserved the man of the match, because I thought he played a very good part in the game to win 3-0. Absolutely so there, Tuchel. Thank you very much. Best of luck, and look forward to the Europa League game on Wednesday. Thank you. For Alder, a very disappointing match for your team today. How poor your team played in the second half. Because the first half, you're very, very accurate and kept it 0-0. But what went wrong in the second half? I think that the pressing from Tolga's team was, they were at it. They were very, very strong in terms of offensively. Defensively, we tried to keep the ball out of the goal area, and we've done that in the first 45 minutes of the match. What went wrong? It's just how the way they played was the problem, and we gave it our best shot in my first game as manager of this club. To lose 3-0, it's not the end of the world, because we know we've got a lot of these games coming up this season. We've only got 37 games. We've got a whole calendar year until the season ends. So there's only one game. I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm not frustrated. It's only one game. It's a process, again, I've got to say and remind everybody. So at the same time, it will take time for me to get used to and settle in as manager at Goalfield, but today we gave it a go in the first half. Second half, they were a lot more onto us, and that was the whole problem in that game. But at the same time, Mahrez did very, very well for Tolga. He had a very good game. We could have stopped in a couple of chances, probably, yes, we should have done. But at the same time, we did okay in some of positions in the match. We need to address some things, of course, because we lost. But at the same time, we did okay in my first game as manager, even though we lost 3-0. Okay, thank you very much there, Oliver. Thank you. And that was that, of course, there from the two coaches. That's going to be a wrap here today on Super Saturday for the two games here today. Weynoord lost 2-1 earlier against Padres Impact. But luckily got into Tolga, got the 3-0 win away from home against Goalfield. And that was a huge game for these two teams to get the 3 points in the league for Inter Tolga and also for Padres.